Yo, what is up guys, my name is Grizzly. Today I'm gonna share my top 5 carries to play in top lane for patch 7.17. With these champions you will not only climb the ladder, but you will also improve your fundamentals of playing top lane. At number 5 we have Renekton. Now Renekton is a bruiser which is the strongest at the early to mid stages of the game. However, if you get really ahead in lane you can be effective even later on. Renekton is a safe top laner because he wins most matchups and he's very resistant to ganks. He plays well into ranged champions due to his sustain and ability to gap close, and he plays well into melees thanks to his W stun, which allows him to take quick trades and then get out of harm's way. Renekton has especially good matchups into Riven, Yasuo, and Irelia and other melee champions that are fragile early on. Renekton does well into tanks, but he gets outscaled later into the game. His worst matchups are mostly juggernauts like Darius, Olaf and Illaoi, which can match his early game power. At number 4 we have Jax. Jax is a riskier pick than Renekton, but with a bigger payoff. Jax does well into a lot of meta top laners such as Jarvan, and he also scales among the best of all top laners in the game. If Jax gets behind in lane, you will have to stay safe under your tower and wait for item power spikes such as Trinity Force. However, if you get ahead, you can continuously smash your opponent and solo carry the game. Avoid picking Jax blind if you're not very comfortable with the champion. You have to play him very well to win matchups such as Darius, Gnar and Renekton. However, if you get really good at Jax, you can play him into almost any matchup and still do really well. At number 3 we have Cannon. Cannon top is currently played with an AP build revolving around one-shotting enemy carries and being able to bully lane. Range advantage is a huge thing in top lane, and the best solo queue top laners are often ranged. Cannon wins almost any 1v1 early on and does very well in mid-game teamfights. He scales rather poorly overall, but he always has the potential to solo carry a game with a good ultimate, which can single-handedly destroy an entire backline. Play Cannon to bully lane and get a CS lead, then look for opportunities to make TP plays bot lane. Cannon wants to force fights early and often. Make sure to never teamfight without your ultimate, however. Matchups to avoid are Irelia and Jace, because they have an easy time killing you in lane, and unkillable tanks as well, such as Maokai, since you can't really bully them and get a CS lead in lane. At number 2 we have Jace. Jace has both a melee and ranged form, allowing him to bully lane early as well as kill your opponents in all-in scenarios later on. Jace is an early game god with a lot of kill pressure. He is also probably one of the best blind picks in the game currently, but keep in mind that he is hard to play and quite execution heavy. If you don't win lane with Jace, you have failed and are probably better off picking something else. Jace does best in the early mid game, where he should have an advantage over his opponent. He does fall off in the late game, but if played correctly he can still be very useful due to his ability to kill towers and poke. At the number 1 spot we have Gnar. Gnar, as well as Jace, has a melee form and a ranged form. The only downside is that he can't freely choose which form he wants to be in. In lane phase you can bully melee opponents with your ranged form, and in ranged lanes you can play for kills with your melee form. Gnar is weak in some matchups early on, but he outscales most of them, and if your opponent is bad or you yourself manage to get an early lead, there is almost nothing they can do to come back. Pick Gnar into any tank matchup in the game, or into a bruiser that lacks gap closers, such as Darius. You can blind pick Gnar, but if they counter pick you with Irelia, Yasuo or Riven, you will have to play safe in lane phase and wait for your core items, where you can beat them if you play well. Thanks a lot for watching this video guys. If you have any questions regarding these champions, or if you wonder why your main champion is not on the list, make sure to leave a comment and I will be sure to respond. Hope you have a great day and I will see you in the next one.